Thank you, everyone. First of all, really amazed to see such a, um, I would say, unique and different group of people. I feel unfortunate that I have not known of the interfaith community for such a long time. I came to know of it recently, only a few weeks back I came to know of it. So I feel blessed to be here. Thank you very much. Especially want to thank Bruce for such a wonderful rendition of his pronunciation was perfect. So fantastic, Bruce. Tatpurushaya vidmahe mahadevaya dhimahi tanno rudra prachodayat. I never thought it could be sung in such beautiful music. So how we chant is Om Tatpurushaya vidmahe mahadevaya dhimahi tanno rudra prachodayat. That's how we chant it. So to add music to it was wonderful. Thank you very much, Bruce. Really appreciate that. And also thank you to Rachel for inviting me. Uh, when I was preparing a presentation, I was very unsure how to present because I didn't want to be insensitive with the religious beliefs, the different beliefs that we have. How do I present? What do I present? I struggled through that whole process, but Bruce really put me at ease through the chanting of Om Namah Shivaya and then the Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. Rudra Prachodayat means let that Rudra inspire me to even speak. Who is this Rudra? Rudra is the energy that even makes us move our limbs. If I'm moving my hands, if I'm moving my lips, it's because of the energy that is within me who erupts out and he makes me speak. So may that Rudra inspire me. That's all I am praying for when I say that beautiful prayer there. With that, I will share my screen. I have tried to put together some slides, not knowing what the audience will be like. So, and fortunately, Bruce touched on many of these little aspects through the prayers that he offered for us. One thing that we could start with is a chant that, and this I hadn't planned until I heard the beautiful songs. The first one is Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya or Om Namah Shivaya. So most of the Hindu or the Sanatana Dharma chant starts with Om. Om means A, U, Ma. It's a combination of three um, um, syllables. A is creation, U is sustenance, Ma is destruction. Om is the Ekakshara Brahma, which is the combination is of A, U, Ma is Omkara. So the Lord or the perception of the God, He is the one who creates us, He is the one who sustains us, and He is the one who finally takes us when we rest. So he is the final destination. He is the source. So Om Namah Shivaya. Namaha means I bow down, but a more meaningful name for Namaha means not mine. Nothing that I have belongs to me. Everything that I have belongs to the Lord. Namaha means not mine. Shivaya, it belongs to Shiva, who is the Lord. We believe him to be the Lord of destruction. We will come to that later. Om Namah Shivaya is where I'm saying he is the universal sound Om, and to that Shiva, I submit myself because nothing belongs to me, everything belongs to him. With that prayer, I start. So, Mahashivaratri is a very special occasion for most Sanatana Dharmis. We call Sanatana Dharmis or Hindus. A Sanatana Dharma is a which it is a practice that has no start, no end. We don't know when this belief system started, so it has no start, no end. So Mahashivaratri is part of that belief system. I thought, where do I start? Maybe start with the three words that are there. What is Maha? What is Shiva? And what is Ratri? Maha means great, something which is huge, amazing, fantastic, beyond our beyond the limitations of our senses. That is Maha. Shiva means someone who is auspicious, someone who is blissful, someone who is merciful, someone who is benevolent, which are the words that can be only associated with the idea of God. And Ratri means night, or it's also the indication of darkness or ignorance. So Mahashivaratri is an opportunity for us to move from darkness to light, from ignorance to awakening. So enlightenment. That is Mahashivaratri, and I will come to a few details here. So when we talk about Mahashivaratri, we need to know what is this the idea of Shiva. Shiva is considered the ruler of this universe, or he is the deity presiding over planet Earth or this universe. He is also popularly known as the destruction, the god of destruction. But there is a beautiful prayer in our scriptures which goes as Shivaya Vishnu Rupaya Shiva Rupaya Vishnave Shivascha Hridayam Vishnu Vishnuscha Hridayam Shivaha Yata Shivamayo Vishnu Eva Vishnu Maya Shivaha Yatantaranna Pashyami Tatame Twastirayishi. I'm sure all of you understood what I just said. So it's a Sanskrit saying which says that people fight about Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma. They are not different. Shiva is Vishnu's heart, Vishnu is Shiva's heart. How Vishnu is pervading Shiva, Shiva is all pervading Vishnu. So I don't see the difference between them. So people think that, oh, Vishnu is the god of destruction. No, Shiva is also the same. There is no difference between them. That is the core principle. Shiva is spiritual in nature, but for our um, out of mercy for us, he descends in the form of various forms. He takes various forms. Ishana is one form he manifests in, and that is Ishana is the Atma or the soul of this universe. Tat Purusha, and Bruce sang that song, Tat Purusha Yavidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi. Tat Purusha is the illusion that we have in this planet Earth. Because of this illusion, we think that we are this body, but we are actually spirit souls. How do we come out of that? Is by the grace of the Lord. Aghora is the third manifestation. It manifests in the form of buddhi or our intellect, which helps us transcend the illusion that we are part of. The fourth manifestation of Shiva is Vamadeva, which is Ahankara. Ahankara means, if people use it as ego, it's not ego. Ahankara, which is what is that which enables me to recognize that I exist. That I exist is a recognition that is enabled through the aspect of ahankara. If I don't know that I exist, then the intelligence, the mind, everything else doesn't matter. So ahankara is the one which awakens us from within, and then sadyojata is the fifth manifestation, and that's the manifestation in the form of a mind. The universe has soul, the universe has intelligence, the universe has ego, the universe has mind. So do we have within us. So what I have is what the universe has. So that's the belief system here. So Shiva, sorry if it is a little too philosophical here, but I thought this is the right start for it. So, and then again, who is Shiva? Shiva is Kala. What is Kala? He is the time. He is the personification of time. He is the Lord of the past, the present, and the future. And you may have seen Shiva or many of the Hindu gods in blue color, which is strange for a lot of people. Why are they blue? The reason Shiva is blue is because he drinks the poison of this universe. He drinks the poison of his universe and holds it in his neck. That's why he's called Neelakantha, the one who has the blue neck, because he holds the poison for us so that the living entities are not destroyed. The reason many of the deities are represented in blue is because their dress, the clothing they have, is the clothing of the sky. They don't need a clothing because they are spiritual bodies, but they have the clothing of the sky, which is blue in color. So we represent Shiva in blue. Shiva's vehicle, I will not go into all those things. We usually represent Shiva as everything, because this world that we are in, this universe that we are in, is made of three aspects: mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. And he is the embodiment of everything, and he is the only way for us to escape from these three modes of nature. So that's why we put all the symbols with Shiva. I'm just looking at time, so that's why you saw me rushing a little bit. The second aspect that's very important for us, whenever we think of Shiva, we cannot think of Shiva without his consort, because they go with one another. They are the yin and yang. They are the Purusha and the Prakriti. They are together. They cannot be separated. So Parvati or Durga is the manifestation of Prakriti, or the material energy. It's only when the material energy and the kinetic energy come together, the Purusha come together, that the creation happens. So Parvati is the Devi, or the mother of this universe. She cannot be separated from Shiva. She is the source of compassion. If I have compassion within me, that is because of the female energy within me, that is because of Parvati within me. Parvati is the one who gives us nourishment. So, just a passing note, because we are focusing on Shivaratri. So, coming into looking at Shiva, Shiva is the Lord of those things that we spoke about. Ratri is the night that represents the darkness, that represents the ignorance within us, that makes us believe that I am this body. I am not this body, I am the spirit soul. Shivaratri is the night of internal awakening. Shivaratri is an opportunity for us to contemplate within. There is a reason why we do this. I will come to that later. The internal awakening is the realization that I am not merely this body. I am beyond my mind. I am beyond my intelligence. I am beyond my ego. And I am the Atma, or I am the soul within. So, what is Shivaratri? Shivaratri comes in many forms. One is called Nitya Shivaratri. There is a Shivaratri that happens every night. Every night dissolves and day is created. That is night of Shiva. When the sun sets, it is the night of Shiva. And then every fortnight, 15 days, we celebrate something called Paksha Shivaratri. Every month, we do something called Masa Shivaratri. And depending on our convenience and capacity, we perform something called Yoga Shivaratri. Very few people have the ability and competence to create the Yoga Shivaratri, but there are some great yogis who do that. And then Mahashivaratri. Mahashivaratri comes once in a year, at the end of the year. Now we are experiencing, based on the Hindu calendar, we are on the 11th month of the year. The next is the Palguni Masa, which is the 12th month of the year. The end of the 11th month, towards the end of the 11th month, is the beginning of the end of this epoch, or this year. And we say, you know what? Now the time to destroy this year and create a new year. That's why we celebrate Mahashivaratri, the annual light of Shiva that celebrates life. So I will not, again, this is a lot of philosophy here. I will not go too much into the philosophy. How Shiva is the Purusha and Parvati is the Prakriti. They come together on this very special day, and that's why it's called the wedding of the material and the spiritual worlds. On this day, Shiva enters every linga. He makes the promise in a text called Skanda Purana. In Skanda Purana, Shiva says, I will enter every linga and then bless those who meditate upon me on this day. So this is a very special day for a lot of Hindus who believe that this is one day you take any Shiva linga. I can talk about linga for 2 hours. But I will not get into that today. In every linga, we can see Shiva manifested. So on this special day, we take the opportunity to stay awake through the night, and we observe fasting through the day. We don't eat anything. We don't drink water. We don't drink. Some people, depending on the capacity, some may have fruits, some may have vegetables. It depends on them. But I personally don't take even a drop of water on that day, so that I prepare my body, because the moment I take a food inside, that food rots in my body. So when I don't take the food, my body is clean, so that I can invite Shiva within me. and then meditate within me, and then reflect within that Shiva within me. Shiva is Atma, my soul. He is the soul in my soul. Anor aniyam mahato mahiyam is the phrase that is used, which is he is the soul inside the soul. He is the super soul. So I meditate upon that super soul called Shiva. So this is a very special day. So what do we do on this very special day? We congregate as a community as much as possible, and we celebrate that special night. We meditate upon the name of the Lord in this special manifestation as Rudra. Again, Rudra is a topic I can talk for 1 hour, 2 hours. It's a topic in itself, absolutely stunning concept, or a aspect that the genius minds have helped us realize the energy around us. What then we do is we fast through the day to keep the body clean and invite the Lord within, or invoke the Lord within. Who are we to invite the Lord within? Because the Lord is within us. So we invoke the Lord within. We stay awake, we stay alert as long as we can. And again, celebrate the auspicious self within us, and then we worship, we celebrate. And one of the things we do is Rudram. And Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat, that Bruce sang, it's called a Gayatri mantra. It's called Rudra Gayatri. We chant the Rudra Gayatri 108 times, and we say Om Namah Shivaya, just to say that I am not this body, I am not this body, I am not this body, I am the spirit, I am the spirit, I am the spirit. We keep reminding, and then we sing, we meditate, we dance, we contemplate, and then hopefully discover the divinity within us. So I just posted how our ritual may look like. It's a weekday, so that's why it will only start from 6 p.m. because people finish their work. We come together, maybe around 120 of us. We'll come together. We give a ceremonial bath to Shiva, and then we entertain the Lordship. And then for 4 hours we chant something called Rudram, which Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya Namaste Rudramanyava Utota Ishave Namaha Yata Ishu Shivatama Shivam Babhuvate Tanu. It can go on and on and on and on, and it's absolutely stunning. At the end of chanting Rudra, you can feel the hair standing up. It's very, very, for me, because I believe in it. So it may not be the same for someone else who doesn't believe in it. I believe in so much in it that I will have my hands standing out. So around 12 a.m., we start our japa, which is Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. We keep chanting for 1 hour. And then we bow down, go back homes. Some people sleep, some people stay awake. Who is Shiva at the end? This is based on our Vedic text. Shiva is the Atma, Shiva is the Ahankara. Shiva is the soul, Shiva is the ego. Shiva is the intellect, Shiva is the mind. Shiva is the matter, Shiva is the energy. Shiva is the cause, Shiva is the effect. Shiva is in everything, Shiva is everything. All that there is Shiva alone. That is the mantra that is used. And there is a very popular saying by Sri Shankaracharya, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. We chant this, telling ourselves, I am pure consciousness, and I am pure bliss. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. Doesn't mean I am God. I am God. No. I have the qualities of Shiva. I am not God. I am a speck in the universe of that Lord. So even though I say I am Shiva, you are Shiva, that doesn't mean that you are God, I am God. It just means that I am essence of God and you are essence of God. I hope I did not take too much time. I thought I will quickly introduce in a way that I thought was most appropriate. Not knowing the audience was my limitation. So my apologies if there were any shortcomings. Thank you very much.